Integrity is core to who we are. We need to be able to do the things we say we're going to do. We need to be trustworthy. People are trusting us with their money. They're trusting us with their personal information. They're trusting us for our advice. They want us to give advice to them that we would give to our family and closest friends. Welcome to Legacy Conversations, recorded right here at the barn on Collimer Road. I'm your host, Mark Modulewski. Our mission, to educate, inspire, and entertain. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Today I wanted to continue our series on who we are, what we do, and why we do it. Last week we talked about our mission, about our vision, what it was, why it's so important to me and our team, why we went through the exercise. Ultimately, I think I've expressed to you in the past that whenever someone said we need to redesign or rethink or redefine our mission or our vision, I thought it was just a silly exercise. And it wasn't until more recently that I saw some value in it. I saw some value in it with our firm. So we went through this whole process to develop our mission and our vision, our values, and who we are and what we do. Our whole team was part of it. The main reason not only was to give us core direction, but to set a foundation of the culture of who we are. What is the foundation of Legacy Wealth Advisors? It has to be more than just one person. There has to be something there that drives us. Today, I wanted to spend some time on our values. When I think of the values conversation, ultimately, it seems pretty simple, right? Everybody has a set of values, and they very easily can help you understand. It's a better way to say that. They should very easily be able to express to you what those values are. As we've gone down this rabbit hole of trying to choose what our core values are, I can tell you that it's hard. It's very difficult. Type into Google list of values, and you're going to get a lot of them. More than 3, more than 5. So how do you go through that list and then choose the ones that are most appropriate to you? And what are the ones that you should publicize? What are the ones that should be your cornerstones of your business, of your practice? And it's hard to eliminate them, and it's hard to choose them. You could say that of a list of 50, 60, 70 different values that you can find online through a simple Google search, that it should be easy to pick the 4 that are core to you. But what you quickly find out is that you leave out ones that were, or you thought were core to you for some other one. At some point, you got to make a decision and move forward. So we very deliberately went through this values conversation and came up with 5. Now, I don't know if that's the right number. I don't know if it should be 3 or 6 or 10, but 5 seemed to do what we wanted it to do. And I really believe that the folks that partner with us and the folks that come to work every day are aligned very well with each and every one of our values. And that was one of the defining factors. Is it easy to see that, in fact, on a day-to-day basis, those folks have the same values as us? Okay, without getting into it, why don't I just share with you where we are? So sitting in front of me are our 5 values. We're going to talk about one of them today, maybe 2. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll continue our conversation later on some of the other ones. So our values are pretty clear: integrity, accountability, excellence, community, and adaptability. When we went through the exercise, it was very important to me and to our team to choose values that were traditional, like integrity. Integrity is core to who we are. We need to be able to do the things we say we're going to do. We need to be trustworthy. People are trusting us with their money. They're trusting us with their personal information. They're trusting us for our advice. They want us to give advice to them that we would give to our family and closest friends. We need to have high integrity. Accountability was important to us. And the main reason behind accountability is, we need to do what we say and we need to be accountable to it. If we made a mistake, we want to own up to it and we want to fix it and move forward. This idea of excellence, I think, is a big part of everyone's value. You want to be good at what you do. We want to be excellent. We understand that we can't get there every single time, every single day. But if you don't strive for excellence, then you'll never maintain it. And you can argue that you're not reaching for that place where you're doing a great job. The sense of community is important. We have a lot of target markets. We spend time with lots of different people in different areas of the country. We spend a lot of time in different areas with people in different industries. And we want to give back to that community. We want to be part of that community. We want to be able to relate to that community. And lastly is adaptability. The thought of adaptability really comes from this idea of the ability to continually change, to continue to get better. Change has been a big part of our industry, a big part of our practice, and instead of being scared by it, we need to just grab onto it and move forward. Today we're talking about our core value of integrity. It's the basis of the culture of Legacy Wealth Advisors, for sure. Integrity in who we are. If you looked at our mission statement and you went on our website and you looked at it, it would say, integrity is conducting ourselves with honesty and upholding a high ethical standard. Boy, it's pretty hard to argue with that. If you're a business, regardless of what you sell or the service you provide, you want to partner with people who are honest and have a very high ethical standard. We know, based on our upbringing, right from wrong. There's a thing inside you which is the opposite, which hopefully you experience more often than not, which is this is the right thing to do. I know this is the right thing to do. If this was my mother or my brother or my sister or my children, it's the right thing to do. So integrity is core. It's a core building block to who we are. Ultimately, we've talked about this in the past, that people want to feel heard. They want to feel loved. They want to trust who we are and what we do and the advice that we give them. If they can't trust us, then they won't do business with us and we won't be successful. So our core value is integrity, and that's built purely on this idea of making it so that people find us easy to trust. We want to be trustworthy. We want to be honest. We want to fall on the sword if we make a mistake. We're not perfect, but we just want to fix it and move on. Integrity is a big part of who we are. I was born in Westchester County. I was only there through a handful of years of grade school, moved to Connecticut for 6th grade. I remember that time there. I remember being close to my grandparents, driving to one's house and riding my bike to the other. And what was key to both of them, to my grandparents, was family. My grandmother would often be that barrier between me and my mom and my dad when I did something that perhaps I shouldn't have done and mom wanted to smack my behind. I would always go climb behind grandma. Probably many of you have had that same experience. We didn't always agree, but we wanted to be there for each other. Growing up in Connecticut, went through high school, got to college, struggled my first year in college, ended up transferring to a small Christian college on the North Shore of Boston. Ended up meeting my bride, and we had 2 kids who ended up going to that same college and who have met their spouses as well. How did we all end up there? Well, I think there was a core value of honesty and high ethical standards. There was some integrity that was built there. The reason why I transferred to the school I transferred to was because of the culture, because of the honesty, because of how it made me feel, because I trusted the people that were there. I trusted the coach. I trusted the soccer team. I trusted the organization. Fast forward 25, 30 years, and here we are sitting in a barn in East Syracuse, and I have this team that I work with and lead to provide financial advice, life advice, mentoring to individuals and small businesses around upstate New York and New England and in 20 to 25 states. How did we do it? I think we did it because of our core values, the core value that was inside of us that we maybe just didn't express it in this way in the past. But how we did it was through honest, consistent communication. We did it so that we could talk with people and they would trust that we do what we say. So when you look through our list of values, the idea of integrity, I think, as I think about it now, in preparation for this talk, I thought about it. Integrity is core to who we are. It's always been core to who we are. It's been core to our family. It's been core to me in school and in soccer, to my friends, and ultimately has spilled over to our business. How have we gotten to who right now, right here, where we serve hundreds of families across dozens of states? We've gotten there because we're honest. I truly believe that. Now, we have to have some excellence in what we do, and we have to be good at what we do, and we have to make good decisions, but we're honest. We have integrity in what happens to us on a day-to-day basis. The 4 other people on my team are people of high ethical standards and integrity. I don't think they would lie or cheat or steal. I don't think they would not do for our clients what they would do for themselves or their families. Now, there are certainly people that we get along with better than others. There are people who want to do business with us, and there's people who don't. But I would say everybody that's come to work with us and the few people who have left us would never turn around and say it's an unethical organization. They didn't have high integrity. They weren't honest with us. Maybe just things didn't work out. Wrong time, something else happened in their lives that made them want to go do something different. Experience is important. How we make people feel is important. And integrity is one of our core values. I think that will always be there. It's the first value on the sheet. When you go on the website, when you check it out, it'll say integrity first. It's got 2 hands shaking, representing this promise to do the right thing, hold up that fiduciary standard, treat you as I would want to be treated and as I would want someone else to treat me and my family. Core to who we are. It's first for a reason. And I don't see it really leaving that spot anytime soon. Well, thanks for listening. As we continue down this road, we'll be talking next time about some of our additional values, which include accountability, which will be our focus next time, and then we'll get into excellence, community, and adaptability. The message for today is we're here and we hold in high regard, and it's very important to us, this value of integrity in our culture. Our culture is built around it. It doesn't work without it, and it's core to who we are. Thanks again for listening. We'll talk to you soon.